Hello you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Brienne for those of you who are new here. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys along with me while I do a spring pantry restock. I'm definitely loving the spring weather. I got my spring garden going outside, so I decided just to keep the theme going. And so I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time in the kitchen between today and tomorrow to get all of these recipes made. One of which is going to be strawberry preserves. So I wanted to try out a strawberry preserves recipe. I've actually been wanting to make preserves and I want to get one on my blog. So I figured with these strawberries that I got from Costco, that would be the perfect way to utilize them. I got this huge thing of strawberries, like I said, from Costco, and it says limited edition on it, but when I tried them, they weren't tasting very limited edition. I'm usually very skeptical about getting berries when it's not berry season in the first place. Yeah, kind of got my hopes up, but of course I'm not going to throw them away. I figured we'll just utilize these for some preserves. So that's what I'll be doing with the strawberries. I also need to make a couple batches of granola. We're pretty low here, so I'm gonna whip that up as well. I want to get some sourdough bread going. My favorite recipe right now is this maple oat sourdough sandwich bread. So I'll be whipping that up tomorrow morning. We're also going to a friend's house tomorrow, so I want to bring a couple recipes, one of which is going to be sourdough brown butter chocolate chip cookies. This is probably my favorite recipe. I'll be making a few other things as well. I'm definitely going to be busy here in the kitchen for the next couple of days. So yeah, let's get started. So we're starting off with our strawberry preserves recipe. And this recipe couldn't be more simple. With just a few ingredients, you'll have a delicious strawberry preserves that you're able to keep in the fridge for between 6 to 12 months. If you'd like to go check out my simple recipe, I will leave the link down below at prudentbalance.com. There's also so many ways that you can enjoy strawberry preserves. So just to name a few, you can definitely just keep it simple and spread some on your toast, bagel, English muffin, really any type of bread would be delicious. You can also use it as a topper for a sundae. So if you were doing ice cream sundaes, top it off with some fresh strawberry preserves to really elevate it and take it to the next level. You can also use strawberry preserves in recipes. So things like cake recipes, muffin recipes, cupcake recipes, you can definitely swirl in or even just completely mix in preserves to give it a nice strawberry flavor. Granola is definitely a staple in our home, so I like to make sure that we stay stocked up with some in the pantry. Today I decided to add in a bit of collagen just to boost the nutrition and also the protein as well. Whether it be as a parfait with some yogurt and fresh fruit, drizzled with some honey, or simply just with some milk, or just on its own as a snack, granola is definitely one of the perfect nutritious snacks to have in your pantry at all times, and making it from scratch is sure to save you tons of money. I have a recipe on my blog for sourdough granola, so that uses sourdough discard or active starter, and it is a big cluster, but you can easily modify it to be the smaller clusters as well. I will leave that link in the description box below as well. These brown butter sourdough chocolate chip cookies truly have a special place in my heart. It's just the overall texture and the flavor that the sourdough discard gives them, and also the brown butter as opposed to just regular butter. It just really elevates the flavor and really takes it to the next level. This is definitely my go-to chocolate chip cookie recipe, and I will link that recipe in the description box below. I love to have frozen cookie dough balls in the freezer, or just bake ahead cookies and put them in the freezer. That way, anytime we want a sweet treat, we can just simply thaw it out, or we can just throw the cookie dough balls straight into the oven, and it's just that simple. So I was trying to modify a recipe that I had made, which was my go-to just artisan sourdough bread, but I made kind of a rookie mistake. I am fairly new to making sourdough, so I'm still getting used to the process of, I guess, consistency, and this dough definitely lacked moisture. So that ultimately led to a lot denser loaves than I wanted, and especially because I did mainly whole grain in these loaves, they definitely didn't turn out how I wanted them to. So I was a little bummed about that, but I just reminded myself that it's all a part of the learning process. So it is now the next morning, and I wanted to prepare a quiche for our breakfast, and I wanted to go with some seasonal spring flavors. So I had some spring onion, mushrooms, tomato, and of course lots of cheese. I also added in some arugula as well, and this quiche ended up turning out absolutely delicious. I went ahead and served our quiche with a parfait with the granola that we just made as well. So this ended up being a delicious and filling breakfast. I did still utilize those bread rolls. I definitely didn't want to throw them out, so I went ahead the next day. I made some like a creamy tomato shrimp dish. I don't really know, I just kind of thought of it off the top of my head, and I paired it with some of our rolls that I made the day before. They were still really good, and topped them off with some butter, and we enjoyed that very hearty meal. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video, and if you guys are interested in seeing more content like this surrounding lifestyle, homemaking, life as a mom, things of that nature, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. Until next time.